Hello everybody, it's FF7 for another mission video. Today we're going to be having a fun time. I'm actually going to be changing up the format of this one a little bit too. But we're going to start with the Shinra Electric Power Company over here. Training missions. Shinra's Advanced Training. This is a simulated battle against Shinra's new gun bullheads. You may have fought them before, but that doesn't necessarily mean you'll win again. Overconfidence may kill you. So this is actually kind of interesting. I mean, not the mission, but the fact that we're getting new missions while we're on the run. I don't know who runs the system, but they're not doing a good job. I guess it's just not sent to Zach specifically, but I don't know. Anyway, you got a hero drink out of that. It's really easy. That one is easy. The next ones are going to take a while. But yeah, I don't know how they explain away the fact that we're getting new missions now that we're, you know, being hunted by that company. Whatever. Next up, though, is 50 Shinra troops. You'll be sparring with our infantrymen, though each individual poses a little challenge. The fact that they'll appear in a constant stream should even the odds. Let's see how you fare. So the next 4 missions are going to be against increasingly large waves of enemies. And this is just a really good time to level up your Buster Sword. You know, just spend some time going into the, you know, sword stance and guarding and getting shot until that stops raising your proficiency. Then, you know, kill enemies while you're in the stance, and then kill enemies with some sort of AP materia. I have Costly Punch equipped, even though it's not necessarily. I would recommend something like, you know, one of the Assault Twisters, just to hit a whole bunch of enemies at once, because Costly Punch is a little harder to do that with. But these missions also end up being, aside from the fact that they're really boring, especially the later ones, they are the best place to do your DMW grinding. And I'll have a separate video about that, like I did with the original Let's Play, you know, just for people looking for it. Here, drink too. Yeah, there was 50 of them. But essentially, you're just going to want regen and sitting there, and equipping the DMW-based materia that you need. 100 Shinra Troopers this time. It's another practice session with powered-up infantrymen and more of them. This should be pretty tough even for a soldier operative. Give it all you got. So, 50 should be okay for, like, when you want to do grinding stuff, because 100 is just a bit much. Like, I have this at about 300%, and it still takes a little over a minute time, so, like, it's just a lot. Excuse me. Like, it's, a minute time in this video, I mean. You know, it took like 4 minutes, and that was with me, you know, starting off, you know, doing Buster Sword based stuff as well. But you know, if you just want to like spam Quake over and over, which is fine, it still takes a while. Just make sure that you have ethers, I guess. With the amount of DMW like limits that you get, it should be restoring your MP on a fairly regular basis, but just in case, you know, keep ethers on you. Should be able to buy plenty. The enemies here don't really give you that much experience or money, so this isn't a good like money grinding thing. Technically, it's easy enough that you can equip like, you know, that whatever it was that doubles the amount of gil that you get. So like, if you want to try, excuse me, I guess that works. But it's just very time consuming and, you know, monotonous. It's not difficult at all, it's just monotonous. Although the later ones you do have to watch. But anyway, we get a black belt out of that. The enemies, starting from the next one, I think, start getting some more skills that can reduce your HP to 1 if you're not careful. So yeah, be careful. Second to last, 200 Shinra Troopers. Enemy troopers are even tougher this time. You can survive while defeating a seemingly never-ending stream of them. We look forward to watching you in action. So yeah, surprisingly, this is double the amount that the last one did. I'm going to This is sped up at the usual speed up thing. For the next one, it's going to be sped up to the max that I can do, which is 400%. Just because it's kind of ridiculous. I do have a few like things that I show off here in terms of DMWs that we get, because I get some really important ones, but mainly now that we've like been on the run, I think we can complete all of our DMW stuff. Like, I think we can finish Clouds. We definitely can finish NGLs. I'm pretty sure we can also finish Song, Cisne, and Sephiroth. I mean, Sephiroth's done, so definitely him too. I'm missing something. Eris. I think we can finish Eris's also. So yeah, technically at this point. Also, yeah, I get a lot of apocalypses here, which I just get really, really lucky on this. It's kind of nuts.
What, you can't sleep? Yeah, I was just thinking about the past.
Why is Cloud so cute?
The past, huh? You want to talk about it? Thanks, Zach. But we've got to get some sleep, so good night.
I figured I may as well just not speed those up since those are actually new. I love seeing like the wall of "you have defeated combatant" and it has to scroll because I killed too many at once for it to display. But yeah, these guys can drop grenades when they die. And they can also stop you, which is just annoying. And the grenades can actually do some damage to you, so just make sure that you like move a little bit after you kill them. But yeah, sometimes they also cast, you see like there, sometimes they also cast silence on you, which is really, really mean. I have remedies, so like I don't care about that, but it's just annoying. I don't remember if we ever actually showed Courage Boost. I think we showed it like once.
Sorry, Cloud.
But yeah, there's another new Cloud scene.
Time for another break. As you can see, my friend's sick. Let's get to it.
It's just kind of sad to see those. Anyway, thankfully, that's it. HP up double plus. And we got one more of these, which I suggest only doing once. Yeah, it's just a normal HP up double plus, but it's still good. It's still good to have. Yeah, I was just making sure that I didn't have a mastered HP up plus. I don't. Okay. 1,000 Shinra Troopers. Zach, we now understand just how strong you are, so here's our last training session with the most powerful infantrymen we have. They will seem truly endless coming at you again and again and again. Are you ready for the ultimate sparring challenge? Again, they address me by name, but like, I've been declared dead. I don't get it. Like, it's only unlocked after we've been declared dead as far as I know. But anyway, this one, I'll have it sped up in just a minute. But this one took me about 35 minutes, and even if you don't do like the Buster Sword related stuff at the beginning, even if you're just doing the this is kind of to show you just how long it takes. We also have a new Eris scene coming up here anyway.
Hey, Eric? From now on, why don't we make a promise every time we meet?
Promise? To meet again?
No, more of a promise about the meeting itself. How about you always come dressed in pink? Deal?
So silly.
And that's why she wears pink in the next game. I love them. I love them together. They're great. Anyway, so this is sped up just back to 300 times until we get to the next scene, and then I just decide not to. But yeah, so even if you just don't do any Buster Sword stuff and you're just killing enemies and killing enemies and killing enemies, it's going to take you at least a half hour to get through this. So just make sure that you have the time for it. Like, this video is a little over 24 minutes. It was originally around 50 before I sped everything up. So yeah, it's just a little ridiculous. There's a few challenges here that just take a long time. Mainly the secret boss, but what do we get over here? Right, Sephiroth.
What's this?
A Mako spring.
This is a pivotal
Truly a
scene in
marvel of
the
nature.
original game.
It's so beautiful, but if we continue to take Mako from the ground, it'll dry up and vanish, right?
When Mako energy is condensed, it becomes materia. Naturally formed materia are a rare sight indeed.
By the way, how is it that these materia allow us to use magic?
You don't know, and you call yourself soldier? Within each materia, there lies knowledge once possessed by the ancients. Knowledge to control the power of this planet at will. It is this knowledge that binds us to the planet and calls forth magic, so they say.
Magic. Such a mystery.
I love the scene in the original game where Sephiroth and Aerith are just like... Not Aerith, Tifa. Just like, oh, he's so stupid. Anyway, this is sped up as fast as I can go, and we still have like 3 minutes before anything happens. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, there's really not much to talk about. I'm trying to like figure things to fill the time, but I don't know, the best thing I can say for this is that you can use it as a materia playground, like, because you just have waves of enemies and don't have to deal with the menu screens in between, you know, each battle and having to, you know, stop and start. You can just use this as a way to experiment on your materia, or fight with the materia to level up, I guess, if you want to do that too. But like, you know, if you have a combination that you want to try, but you want to like actually try it out in a long-term thing, this is technically something you can do with that. And yeah, again, these enemies all have like these grenade attacks that they sometimes drop when they die, or they're just preparing to use it and they just kind of drop it when they die anyway because of that. So just be careful. I also like seeing, just looking at the what's it called? The letters by the names just keep cycling through the alphabet. Like, we have Ensign C over here because we've gone through the alphabet at least once on this, and you can kind of use that as an indicator of what wave you're on, because each one of these is like 10. You know, between the ensign and the guards, it's 10, I think. So, you know, it's 26 per alphabet rotation. So, you know, that's 260 waves. Or not 260 waves, 260 enemies out of 1,000, let's say. So, yeah. Again, man, it's mind-numbing for the most part, unless you just have that materia that you're looking for to get the stuff from. It's gonna get really annoying later. I would actually suggest, if you're going through this, to get a Octoslash materia, the, you know, Sephiroth's thing, because we're gonna need it later for a specific mission with a magic pot, and having a leveled up Octoslash, pretty sure it's Octoslash, having a leveled up one is gonna be really useful. Also, at the very least, we get to see Exaflare a lot. It's such a cool version. I really hope that Rebirth, you know, the second remake game, has like cool stuff with like Neo Bahamut or something. We're almost there. And by almost there, I mean almost up to getting things. Also, as you saw there, we got Genesis without getting Apocalypse mode, which is interesting. I forgot that could happen. It's supposed to be really rare. But I get it a bunch of times in this. I guess once you just get to like a certain point, the probability just goes crazy. Anyway, if you see this, you should count yourself very lucky. That's one of two Genesis scenes that the game gives you in order to get 100% on him. You need to get like a regular limit with him, which is 10%, and then it's like 45% or whatever for the other two. Also another cloud scene.
Way too easy! Zack, get down! Wow, looks can be deceiving. Thanks, I owe you. Glad to be of service.
But what was I about to say? So I would say that the Genesis ones are the hardest to get.
Catastrophe struck this planet. Your ancestors survived somehow by scurrying and hiding in fear. The planet was saved through the sacrifice of the Cetra, after which your kind would multiply as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, the Cetra now only exist within the pages of reports like these.
So what exactly does that have to do with you?
Don't you see? We have the ancient called Genova, unearthed from a 2,000-year-old stratum, and we have the Genova Project. The goal of the Genova Project was, in essence, to create a human being possessing the great powers of a Cetra. Thus, they created me.
Too bad Genova isn't the Cetra, but whatever. Yeah, so that's another really long scene. But yeah, so the Genesis ones are the rarest ones in the game because it's just so hard to get. And then I just get it 2 in a row, 2 Genesis things in a row, and not even on a Genesis mode. I wish I was recording this live because of the scream that I had, that I actually got both Genesis things in the same battle, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. I believe in my original Let's Play, I had to sit for like 4 hours waiting to get it with the Apocalypse materia on, I think. So like, the fact that I got this without even trying this time around means that it's going to save me so much time later. But yeah, that's the last eventful thing that we get in this battle. We got like another minute of this. If you want to skip ahead in the video, feel free. But yeah, I was so happy that I didn't have to deal with that, because at this point, there's only like a few scenes left before I 100% the DMW. And you get like I said, you get a neat reward for that. So I would try for it. It's a end game tier item, equipment item. Excuse me. Almost there. At this point, I was like, okay, I'm going to try my best, and we're not going to die, because if I die, that all gets undone. That ain't happening. Almost there, almost there. I think over here I, like, slow down the speed up a little bit since we're actually approaching the end. But man. Yeah, I was just really excited because it's gonna make my end game work so much easier. I think this is the last wave. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. And we get Mug out of that. But who cares? And it's just a regular mug. Now we go on the DMW here, you can see I'm missing Tsang, Cloud, Aerith, and Cisne, and that's it, and Chocobo. I somehow got Phoenix. I don't know when. I looked through the last 6 episodes of stuff, and I never got the cutscene. I was going through it because I'm saving the cutscenes. But anyway, that's it for that. Monster reports. Nibelheim. This is a battle against monsters indigenous to the Nibelheim region. Although Nibelheim offers a wide variety of creatures, the mission will primarily feature bomb monsters. It's just gonna go back to easy stuff. But yeah, it must be that I got the qualifications to get the Phoenix right as I was ending the battle, so it just counted it as I got it. But yeah, like I said, I looked through all the episodes since we got the materia, and there was like a point where I looked at the DMW and it said 0, and here it said 100, like that I used it, and we get an API plus, alright. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'll just get it again at some point so I can get the footage for it and show you guys. If you remember me showing it, let me know. Anyway, major offenses. Pursue the foes. Genesis copies reside in the rocky stretch by the ocean. The area is unpopulated, but we cannot let Genesis troops build another base. Eliminate them. So I'm just going to take care of the rest of the missions that, you know, we got for this chapter. And then once we enter chapter 10, we'll actually finish all the missions. Eventually. But yeah, these enemies are easy. They're all easy. Okay, Gree bag. I've already had that. I think there's 2, 3 more missions? 2 more missions. Hojo's lab. Experiment 107. Is the hero really dead? Things would have been a bit more interesting if only I had arrived at Nibelheim a bit sooner. We'll have to settle for a simulation based on the data left in the monitoring system at the Mako reactor. This is actually kind of neat. You get both of the Sephiroth battles here, you know, because it was a 2-stage battle. I don't want to deal with him, so I just punch him in the face. I'm really tired after doing that, and I just wanted to go. Don't want to spend another bunch of time. I wonder if Sephiroth gave his all fighting you. It's too bad the monitoring system cannot record the subject's mind as well. Still, the data shows a significant strength. Could he have accepted you as a soldier member? An interesting state he was in. The nice thing about this one is that it actually has the World's Enemy music. Not that I give it time to go. I was like, do I want to listen to this? No.
Hey, Sephiroth,
But we do
did
get
first get special treatment?
Why are you asking me?
Well, you're not what you'd call an average soldier member, so...
Talk to Lazar, if you want to know.
Hey, are you in a bad mood?
How can you know so little and still be first? Firsts can use personal equipment and items beyond those supplied by the company. Also, it's said they have the right to refuse orders. Are you even listening?
Just trying to hang it with my BFF over here. Anyway, that's it. We're done. Faraga. So that's all the missions that you unlock in Chapter 9 here. The rest of it we have is just the Great Cavern of Wonders, and the rest of that stuff is all unlocked for Chapter 10, so we'll take care of that later. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Next time, we're going to start Chapter 10, and it's going to be something. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.